The pitch then will be terribly heavy. There are two special areas of segregated seating for the few hundred England supporters whose behaviour will be carefully monitored, as will the performance of 20-year-old Tony Adams, the Arsenal centre-back who tonight becomes the first player born after the 1966 World Cup to win a full cap for England. But if that marks the start of a new era, stability is still uppermost in Bobby Robson's mind on this, his 54th birthday. So back after injury come Peter Shilton and Brian Robson in an England starting lineup which includes 6 players from the North London clubs Spurs and Arsenal. Spain's team, meantime, contains 6 from Real Madrid alone. There are 3 of Gary Lineker's clubmates from Barcelona, and at number 11, Ramon from Jock Wallace's club Seville makes his first full appearance. Now, Spain, under the wily Miguel Munoz, have only lost 1 of their last 17 internationals. So we welcome to our BBC team one of Spain's club managers, Terry Venables, with the question, how good are the Spaniards, and how do you see the game going, Terry?
Well, I think the record that they've got recently has been excellent, and as you said, Munoz knows what he's doing. I think that one game losing in 17 is an excellent record, although recently against Holland they played very poorly. They have a problem now in the centre of defence, losing their 2 regular players, Macedo and Gokachia, and I think they'll be experimenting there, and also with new boy Ramon up front. But I think the game will be won or lost, I think, in the midfield. Both have 4 players of excellent quality, of stamina, strength, and also classical type of ability in the form of Hoddle on one side and Carrasco on the Spanish side. And of course, we've always got to be careful of Butragueño, who's a real artist. He changes the pace, and especially inside the penalty area, we've got to be looking and making really sure that we're on our feet and we don't stick our foot in where it's not welcome and he goes down for a penalty. We'll have to be looking out for that tonight.
The referee tonight is 46-year-old Claudio Pieri from Italy. Spain in red shirts and blue shorts start the match playing from left to right, and England tonight in all white. Michel, number 8 for Spain, back to the right back Chendo. There's Gallego, who'll be wearing 10 but playing as a sweeper, we suspect. Chendo again, Steve Hodge chasing him. Victor, Michel. Peter Shilton winning his 89th cap this evening. And Terry Butcher of Glasgow Rangers gets England moving. Tony Adams, very composed young man, and seems to have the temperament for the big occasion. We shall see. Played up for Gary Lineker. This is Michel for Spain. He's got Ramon going through the centre, and a good interception by Adams. That was a confident start by the Arsenal player. Wide on the wing was Waddle, and this is Brian Robson well forward. And they've got players in the centre here. England, Hodge is arriving, and it was headed out by Arteche for the corner. Now England's plan with corner kicks is to send Butcher, Adams and Anderson forward. This is Hoddle. And in they all go, and it's going to come back for a shot from Waddle, and the goalkeeper, a little relief there. Chris Waddle was the player that got the shot in. Quickly taken corner, catching Spain somewhat unawares there. Glenn Hoddle curled the ball in, and when it came back out of that crowd of players, it was Chris Waddle who had the shot. Anderson. And Waddle again. Lineker's waiting in the centre. And there's a chance for Beardsley. And this time Zubizarreta, with Lineker in close attendance, manages to make a scrambling save from Peter Beardsley. Good start here by England. The victor for Spain. Michel. one of the 6 Real Madrid players who should feel very much at home in this stadium. Offside there against number 11, Ramon. Gallego. This is Arteche, but the whistle's already gone for a free kick to England. Sansom. Bit short, that. This is Carrasco. Butragueño's over on the left. He's got Gordillo in support. Ramon is in the centre. Butragueño. Good tackling back there by Chris Waddle. And Glenn Hoddle looking for the long ball for Gary Lineker, which is the sort of thing he should be feeding on. They've got support arriving in the centre now. Hodge and Waddle were up. Beardsley does the chasing back. This is Gordillo for Spain. Now Victor to Butragueño. Chendo has made a run from right back. Hoddle intercepts. Robson. Anderson. Butcher. This is Adams. Now it's Chris Waddle. Butcher. Carrasco for Spain, number 7. Ramon is in the centre. Camacho cropping up in an unusual position here on the right-hand side. This is Michel. Ramon is still waiting in the middle. Carrasco. Victor, number 5. Foul from behind by Steve Hodge. Free kick to Spain. Arteche has just come up from the back now on the far side. Michel. And Butragueño had checked to avoid being offside. Really a very impressive record, this, of the Spanish over the last 15 months or so. The one defeat that they suffered was to Brazil in Guadalajara in the World Cup. But I have to say, for a point of reference, that we count the match which actually knocked them out of the World Cup for record purposes as a draw, because it was only on penalties that they were actually eliminated, you may remember, by Belgium. The actual game ended in a 1-1 draw. Here's Camacho. Butragueño. Victor. Chendo is up from right back. Carrasco. Butragueño. Chendo is onside here. It's dangerous, this. Oh, Carrasco missed it. Butragueño won't. 1-0 Spain. And Emilio Butragueño of Real Madrid puts his side in front with a smart piece of opportunism. After Spain opened up the left flank here of the England defence, it was Chendo, the right back, who made the overlap. Carrasco had the first chance and missed it. Butragueño turned past Anderson and slotted the ball past Chilton. 15 minutes gone. and Spain have taken the lead. Another view of it here. They did well to stay onside there, actually. Chendo had timed his run right, and as the England defence tries to cover, it's Carrasco who's first in there, misses, Anderson can't make it, and Butragueño, although Adams tried to clear off the line, found the back of the net. So the little man, who's nicknamed the Vulture, swoops there to score the first goal of this friendly. That's his pass forward to Carrasco. Here's Michel. Butragueño is well forward again, but this is Ramon. And Adams fires it past for a corner. Spain encouraged by that opening goal. And it looks as though Arteche is the main man coming forward for corner kicks. This is Michel. This is Victor. Goal kick given. Spain felt that was a certain corner, and I think Peter Shilton thought so too, the way he tried to save it. But the referee has given a goal kick. And after 17 minutes in this friendly, his side trail by 1-0. This is Gordillo, good experienced international player, the number 6. So England, who made the better of the early chances, falling a goal behind in one of the first Spanish thrusts. But on reflection now, how close Robson was to equalising straight from the kickoff. That's Carrasco, who plays for Terry Venables' club Barcelona, highly rated forward. Here's Victor. And again. Chendo again. Carrasco. Butragueño back to Carrasco. Needed 2 defenders to close him down there. Spain don't play all that many of their internationals in Madrid, so there's quite a lot of enthusiasm in the stadium tonight, although it's, as I said earlier, by no means full. It's a friendly match, and the European Championship is the real business at the moment for both these countries. Nevertheless, it's an important game in the build-up process, and England are a goal down at present. This is Hoddle. Sanson with the throw. Beardsley. Free kick to England. Beardsley. Robson goes in there. This is Hoddle. And was Waddle offside there? Apparently not. There are players waiting in the centre here for a cross. Lineker's up there. Well, that was a good England attack because they had plenty of players in the penalty area and Waddle got the right sort of ball in. Chendo. Gallego takes the free kick to Carrasco. Butragueño. So a free kick on the edge of the area. Brian Robson says he went for the ball, but Spain have the advantage here, all right. England have pulled everybody back. Michel, the number 8, has a tremendous shot, as we saw in Guadalajara. That's his drive. Michel, the player whose prolific effort against Brazil crashed down off the crossbar, bounced over the line, as pictures later proved, and came out, but the goal did not stand. One of the most controversial and dramatic incidents of the World Cup finals in Mexico. That's Arteche. Butragueño. And the crowd cheering every Spanish pass at the moment. This is Victor. Sansom is there. That was a decent piece of play by Hodge. Hoddle tried to release Lineker. But Michel, for a Spanish team who at present are coping pretty well in defence. That's Gallego. Victor there, number 5. Camacho. Butragueño. Been playing here for 22 minutes in Madrid. Spain lead England by 1-0. Here's Viv Anderson for England. Waddle. Anderson on the overlap. Lineker waiting in the centre, and Glenn Hoddle was well forward in that attack. Pity from an England point of view that Anderson couldn't have got the ball in. It was a good tackle, though. Carrasco. Gordillo. Brian Robson breaking things up. Waddle looks for Beardsley, who did well there on the outside of Arteche. Hodge is there. It may run to Lineker. It has run back for Robson. Oh, hits the post, Hoddle. Saved by Zubizarreta. And surely a chance at the far post here. And a goal. Gary Lineker finishes it off for England and makes it 1-1. And a deserved goal it was too, because England worked that ball really well. Lineker is the scorer, but two things happened before then. Beardsley was involved. The ball came across the area. Lineker's first touch was to set Brian Robson up here. The ball comes back off the post. Glenn Hoddle now has a chance. He hits Zubizarreta. The ball goes back again to Hoddle. And as the cross comes in, there's the final touch by Gary Lineker, and it's 1-1. So England, after 24 minutes, have the right of reply. That was Lineker's 15th goal in his 21st international. Some strike rate. Chendo. So Spain's authority nipped in the bud there. Terry Venables, who saw Gary Lineker score on Sunday his 14th league goal in 23 Spanish matches this season. That too is a tremendous record. And the man was in the right place at the right time again there for England. But here comes Chendo. A corner has been given. To be taken by Carrasco. Arteche is forward again. Cluster of England defenders to get the ball away. Michel, Carrasco. Arteche is still forward in the centre. Carrasco. And Arteche is still there, and Shilton picks that one out beautifully. Butragueño. Oh, Ramon. That's good play. He stumbled a little and felt he was fouled. Referee said no. But it was a close decision, that. If I was a Spaniard, I might wonder about that. It just seemed as though he might have been caught there. Camacho. Waddle. Well, this match was billed by many people as the classic clash of the two goal scorers, Butragueño of Spain and Lineker of England, and in the opening 25 minutes, both have shown us why. For the moment, England have a free kick, for which Viv Anderson and Terry Butcher have both gone forward. Anderson is there, Lineker's there again! 2-1 to England, and they can't contain him. The Spaniards can't stop this man in their first division, and they can't stop him tonight in the international arena either. Hoddle curled the free kick in, Viv Anderson jumped first, Gary Lineker was poaching again. 27 minutes gone, and it's Spain 1, England 2. The set play paying off here. Viv Anderson always dangerous at those, but the defenders lost their way, and Lineker found his spot again. But this is Victor to Carrasco. Now, is there offside there? Apparently not. Michel is the player going through, and a super save from Peter Shilton, in as much as he read that danger so fast and was off his line to smother the ball at the feet of Michel. As flag stayed down, the England goalkeeper was in top form there. Hodge. Robson. Lineker. Spain breaking away again. Ramon well forward. He found Carrasco. Ramon has gone into the centre-forward position now. Butragueño is also forward. Gordillo is streaming up on the left-hand side. This is Michel to Victor. Michel again. Gordillo out on the left wing. Three waiting in the centre. But 2-4 crosses coming in from Gordillo on that side in this first half, which is now less than a minute from ending. And England have an injury to contend with as well, because while Peter Beardsley was making that break, Steve Hodge was obviously in need of attention. He won't have to wait too long, actually, to get some prolonged treatment in the dressing room. So Spain have possession with Gordillo. Victor is over on the left wing at the moment. Carrasco's also on that side. And they're trying to bring Chendo into the game again. Beardsley made the challenge on Camacho, but didn't break for him. Butragueño. Camacho. Spain trying to stay on side here. Ramon. Good play by Ramon. Carrasco, oh! Well, he'll look back on that and feel he should have done better. It did come to him rather awkwardly, but he hardly got a contact on it and just prodded it to Shilton. Oh, he should have scored. No question about that. England were let off the hook there, coming up to half-time. And indeed, England go in at the interval 2-1 in front. But in all honesty, it should have been 2-2 in those last few seconds. Carrasco missed a good chance. Butragueño put Spain ahead. Gary Lineker twice on target for England. And here with his thoughts on the first half is Terry Venables.
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought that in the first 10 minutes, Zubizarreta made two very important saves where England started very well. And, of course, the first opportunity Spain had, they stuck it away well. I thought Butragueño showed the wizardry that he can always show in and around the box. This is where he's so dangerous, and I mentioned before the game. He stuck it away well. And I think that at that stage, they had a terrific period where they got on top, they had a lot of the ball, and instead of wanting to have that killer instinct of making it two, they want to then show how clever they are, which is a trait, I'm afraid, that often occurs in Latin football.
So at half-time here in the Bernabeu, the score is Spain 1, England 2. So away go England at the start of the second half. Spanish football has been through something of a renaissance recently, which is why England's performance so far has to be marked out as impressive. Spain are holders of the under-21 and under-16 European titles. They've done well in club competition again this season. Cordelia is wearing gloves, it would appear. Certainly not the warmest of nights here, but the rain and snow has relented. And Gary Lineker certainly hasn't, maintaining his quite outstanding goal-scoring form. This is Tony Adams, who must have been pretty pleased with the way he started. And Miguel Munoz, former Real Madrid captain and manager in the great European Cup days. Cordelia, Camacho, broken up by Waddle. Header forward there was by Adams. This is Victor, number 5 for Spain. Gallego, the sweeper. Peter Beardsley tries to get a tackle in. Oh, and Lineker has got Beardsley in a good position here. And Lineker may score again, and he has. He's got his hat-trick. Well, that is a quite superb night's work for Gary Lineker. That shot came back off Zubizarreta, and Lineker was in the right place again, and he repeats his performance against the Poles back in the World Cup in Monterrey. He gets 3 goals, and England lead by 3-1, having started the second half in very much the manner that they finished the first. Hodge, and he's there again. And this time, Arteche gets ahead to the ball. 2 minutes into the second half, that goal came. And it merely emphasised that Lineker is now the hottest property in Europe when it comes to goal scoring. To complete a hat-trick in the Bernabeu, even by his high standards, is something that every player would dream about. This is Cordelia. Of course, he scored 3 against Real Madrid for Barcelona in a league match earlier this season. That was in the Nou Camp. So wherever he goes, Lineker seems unstoppable. Brings his total goals for England now to 17. And this is only his 21st international. What a fabulous record. Butragueño. Robson sets England on their way again. 2 headers too tonight among those 3 for Gary Lineker. And as Hoddle finds Beardsley, there's danger for Spain again here. Beardsley going all the way. And a good save by Zubizarreta. That could have been 4. And just at the moment, England are rampant. Here's Cordelia. Butragueño. He's got Ramon waiting on the 6-yard line, and he's forced a corner. Well, Spain needs something back pretty quickly here, if only to get the crowd on their side again. Arteche has come up from the back. Carrasco comes short. Back again to Gordillo. Chendo. This is Gallego. Butragueño. Certainly a very slippery customer, but this is Hoddle for England. Beardsley moving beautifully on the left-hand side early in this second half. He's been involved in the last 2 England attacks. That was Michel. And again, slick passing by England. This is some of the best football I've seen from an England team for a very long time. Beardsley breaking again. Ball finally running out of play, but what a commanding position England have put themselves into here. Some activity there, not surprisingly perhaps, on the substitutes bench for Spain. England pressing again. Robson. Butcher's waiting in the centre. Not a very good kick by Zubizarreta, and here's Lineker again. Pulled down by Camacho just outside the area, but the referee says play on. And Spain do just that with Michel. That's Victor, out to Chendo. Tucked back to him by Carrasco. It's Chendo again. So Spain forcing a corner. Carrasco has gone across to take it. Arteche has come forward again, the number 4. Didn't bounce well for him off the 2 men who went in first. This is a touch by Lineker, and a lovely one it was too to Waddle. England's passing has been slick and imaginative and penetrating too. This is Waddle. And Glenn Hoddle was well forward again with the shot. Didn't miss by very much. Let's just get a very brief comment from Terry Venables about this Gary Lineker hat-trick.
Well, as I said, I think that they've left themselves very wide open. We saw that on the goal. There was just 2 against 2, and the ball broke well for Gary. But I must say, I think England are playing magnificent well. They're playing so quick and slick. They're not playing. They're playing with a lot of determination, and yet they're playing a lot of good football play as well.
Glenn Hoddle on the ball now, revealing just that. Gets himself into a shooting position and hits the bar. Well, where is all this going to end? It nearly ended in number 4 there, that's for certain. And I'm not talking about the number on Hoddle's shirt. That one beat Zubizarreta. He wasn't in the race at all, and it came back off the bar. Spain, meantime, with Michel. Butragueño. Chendo. Michel again. Well, Spain are forcing a little bit of ground down on that right-hand side, but it's been a nightmare for them, really, the opening 8 minutes of this second half. It's 3-1, and it could have been even more. Gordilio's there with a flick. Now it's England's turn to defend. It was Hodge that played the ball out. Gallego who intercepted. Chendo. Victor. He couldn't thread his shot through the crowd, and England, every time they break out of defence, England look lethal. The long ball by Hoddle was searching out Lineker. Arteche got his head to that one. But Spain have obviously got to cast caution to the wind and try and force the game, get something back, and in doing so, they're leaving gaps. This is Gordillo, though, to Carrasco. Well, so far from an England point of view, you couldn't have written the script better. 3-1 up and a hat-trick by Gary Lineker, the man who earns his living in Spain. This is Victor Butragueño. Michel coming forward for Spain here, the number 8. And that's Ramon. And Michel runs on, looks for a free kick, for obstruction. But it was Ramon who actually forced his way through the England defence initially there. Found a path, he went down first. Michel also went down, but the referee gave neither. See the Spanish subs warming up there. We've also seen Chris Woods come off the bench, the Glasgow Rangers goalkeeper, England's number 2. Maybe that Bobby Robson feels the position is so healthy that he could afford to give Chris Woods half an hour and maybe relieve Peter Shilton. We shall see. There's Woods. Waddle. Oh, that's well played again. This is Chris Waddle. Again, Lineker lurks in the centre. Waddle. Corner's been given, which will bring Viv Anderson forward again, and Tony Adams. And Butcher's also joining them. There's a formidable trio of tall players in there now for England. Came out towards Chris Waddle, back again to Hoddle, and they're still packed in there waiting for the cross, and it's still Glenn Hoddle, driven this time. Gallego got a foot to it and found Gordillo. We've been playing now for 12 minutes in the second half here in the Bernabeu Stadium. And England still look dangerous with Beardsley. And there's Lineker again. He's got his 4th. Wow, this is extraordinary. Nobody surely expected this. Gary Lineker has scored all 4, doing for England here better than he's ever done before. That was, again, a very smart finish. Zubizarreta might have been a little bit disappointed, but what a good piece of play again by England. The ball was moved about skillfully. Lineker got his shot in. It didn't seem to be going too far away from Zubizarreta's left hand, but it's 4-1, and Lineker has got the lot. Well, we're beginning to think now of personal performances by England players. You remember Malcolm MacDonald's 5 against Cyprus at Wembley a few years back. Could Lineker equal that? Certainly he's done here for England what Butragueño, the Spanish number 9, did for them in that World Cup match against Denmark in Mexico. Personal haul of 4. That's a fabulous achievement at international level. And it's put England totally in charge in this friendly. Quite where Spain go from here, I'm not at all sure, and certainly they don't seem to know. This is Anderson. Robson. Hoddle. Everything's falling England's way, it would seem. Hodge. Hoddle. Back again for Hodge. Well, the Spanish defenders have got the shivers every time the ball comes into that last third of the field. But meantime, here's Gordillo on the break. Butragueño. Oh, a chance for Gordillo here. Good challenge by Tony Adams, was it? Spain are appealing for a penalty. But the referee has said corner, I suspect. Tony Adams had the tackle, and I felt he went for the ball there. Flick back here to Victor. Butragueño is over on the right wing. His thunder's been stolen by Lineker for the time being. And he can do nothing there. Well, what more can you say about Gary Terry Venables? You're his manager.
Well, I think everybody could see it was just quite magnificent, that finish. I thought the ball quickly put into him by Beardsley was good. His first touch was great. And, of course, his shooting again tonight has just been exceptional. There's just nothing you can say about the man. I mean, tonight I think he has been quite magnificent. Also, like to say, for Hoddle as well, I think he has kept setting these two front players free all the time. He's had a great display. Here he is again.
Yes, this has certainly been one of the most heartwarming and thoroughly absorbing England performances I think I've ever seen away from home in these last 10 years or so. Everything seems to have gone right. When you bear in mind Spain scored first, it's a match that's going to be remembered for a very long time. Funny that in 1982 we got knocked out of the World Cup because we couldn't score a goal when it mattered. Tonight we've got 4 and we're so well in front that the England manager is going to take the chance to give Chris Wood some more international experience. This is Gordilio. Butragueño. Victor. Through again for Ramon. And Shilton came out. Victor working hard there in the build-up. He found Ramon, but Shilton, who may be replaced any moment, was still there to make what could still prove a timely save. They've been trying to get him off for about 4 minutes. And I wouldn't have thought a corner was the best time to substitute your goalkeeper, but what's going to happen? The referee has seen Chris Woods at long last. I would have thought Shilton might have wanted to get the ball clear, but they are going to make the change. England so much in command here that Bobby Robson has no qualms about calling off Peter Shilton in his 89th appearance and replacing him with Chris Woods, who, by the way, has never conceded a goal so far in his full international appearances. So he's got a record to protect, and Peter Shilton won't be too disappointed in the sense that England are so much on top here. Sanchez is the man that Spain are going to bring on, number 12. I think he'll be replacing Chendo, yes, number 2. Also, Joaquin and Roberto are waiting to come on, 16 and 15, because the managers have agreed they can use more than 2 substitutes in this friendly. It looks like wholesale changes here by Miguel Munoz. He's certainly put on Sanchez in place of Chendo. And this must be the longest wait ever for a corner to be taken, I reckon. All the activity is down by the touchline benches. Spain want to make 2 more substitutions. In fact, the man who was going to take the corner is being pulled off. I think that might be Michel. Joaquin and Roberto are the players waiting to come on. Michel has gone off to be replaced by Roberto. So that's number 15 for number 8. I don't think they can really be playing for time at 4-1 down, but Roberto has gone into the penalty area, and in the end Camacho waves away Gordilio. He's the man who's gone off. Number 6 Gordilio has gone, and Joaquin has come on. So there were 4 substitutions in that interim, 3 by Spain. Ramon. So Gordilio, Michel and Chendo are the 3 players who've gone off. And Peter Shilton for England. Joaquin faced the Sporting Gijón. This is Camacho. Now, number 15 there, Roberto, is one of Terry Venables' Barcelona players. In fact, he scored with a header on Sunday. And here's the prime mover again, Gary Lineker. My word, his pace took him clear of 3 of them there, and this time the finish eludes him. Well, he was on his way there perhaps to equal Malcolm MacDonald's 5 goals against much better opposition too. I'm sure Malcolm would accept that. Lineker was clear of the whole defence, but this time he jabbed that one with the right foot well wide of the post. Shows even he's human. But what a beautiful turn of pace that took him clear. This is Butragueño. Beardsley's industry also needs to be mentioned here. He's figured in, I think, 3 of the goals in one way or another. This is Camacho. This is Carrasco for Spain. Camacho again. Chance in the penalty area there, maybe, for Joaquin with the volley. That was a good effort from the man who hasn't been on more than a few minutes. He scored actually against Albania earlier in the season, Joaquin. And it was a little bit of a test that for Chris Woods, who's just come into the action. Didn't have to make a save as such, but he certainly had to be aware and probably had it covered anyway. This is Carrasco. Spain have got something going here. They've got 3 others up with him. Roberto, Butragueño. Nicely back to him by Carrasco. This is Butragueño. Oh, Joaquin couldn't make it, and it was scrambled away by Kenny Sansom, it seemed. This is Sanchez. And there's a chance. Oh, good save by Woods from Ramon, who had the header. Well, Spain threatened to get something back there. Number 11, Ramon, was well positioned for the cross. He got up all right. Sharp header and a good reaction save from the substitute goalkeeper. Corner to Spain. And England now are going to make a substitution. And it's going to be number 14, Trevor Stephen of Everton, who will take the place of Tottenham's Chris Waddle. Played short. Now can Carrasco get the cross in? He can. Oh, there's a chance there, and Ramon. Number 11, Ramon, the man who missed, or rather had his first header saved from that corner, he made up for it. And in his first full appearance for Spain, he's brought some respectability back to the score from their point of view. They worked it quite nicely there, the two of them. Carrasco it was who crossed the ball, and Ramon actually found himself in an unmarked position, and Chris Woods is on the conceding end for the first time at full international level. England didn't really get themselves organised too well when that cross came in. It was a very good cross by Carrasco, and Ramon just guided his header in. So it's 4-2 now, with 13 minutes to go, and the Spanish crowd at last have something to cheer about. Viv Anderson. Spain perhaps seeing a chance here with a firework on the pitch of another explosion at that end. So 4 for England and Gary Lineker, and 2 now for the Spaniards. Their scorers, Butragueño and Ramon. This is Victor. Well, those changes made by the Spanish manager appear to have injected rather more life into the team. Andre Neuer is the number 14 there at the back. Joaquin. Andrew Neuer. This is Victor. Keen. I don't know what's going to happen when the ball goes in the penalty area. That firework is still glowing there by the penalty spot. And there is Sanchez. And there's danger here. Sanchez is round the back, and Brian Robson had to cover very quickly. Looks as though the three players who've come on have brought a little bit of directness and simplicity to Spain's football, and that's improved their performance. Andrew Neuer has joined those in the penalty area here as Carrasco takes the corner. Viv Anderson got a header on it. It's back again with Carrasco. He's pulled it back to Butragueño. And for the moment, it's England who are pinned back on the edge of their own penalty area. Spain are going through a much better spell now. Butragueño. Joaquin. And Joaquin has the shot, and Woods makes a decent save and also kicks the ball in. Well, there was a hint of 4-3 possibly there, just to show that Spain are by no means finished. One of the subs, Joaquin, making room for the shot, and it was just going low by the post when Woods scrambled across. That was Andrew Neuer with Lineker. Hodges in there again. This is Joaquin. Butragueño. Sanchez. Oh, and Butragueño nearly got in on the blind side there. But this has been a memorable night for England in one of the great theatres of world football. An exceptional victory in the Bernabeu Stadium by 4-2, when it has to be said that although the hero of the night was Gary Lineker with all 4 goals, and although the England team played excellently at times, this was no bad Spanish side in parts. They also made a contribution to a highly entertaining international. But England was so effective in midfield and so lethal in attack that they at one point had the Spaniards absolutely embarrassed. Terry Venables.
I think you're absolutely right. Before the game, we said we thought the game was going to be won in midfield, and although Spain had a lot of the ball, it wasn't effective enough. And I think also we said earlier that in the back they had a lot of problems. Their central defending positions was very poor, left too much space, but nevertheless, that's not the fault of England, and they certainly capitalised onto it in a maximum way. So, well done tonight, England. I think they've had a magnificent game, and I think that the future's looking very rosy. And I think a special mention for Tony Adams is well worthwhile.
So, Bobby Robson celebrates a happy 54th birthday with a final score of Spain 2, England 4.